Hi, y'all. I just thought I'd stop by for a moment, see if you had any coffee. Oh, that's right, I got coffee. Wait a minute, do I got coffee? I'm not drunk at all. No, I don't want any more, thank you. So, anyhow, I just wanted to just kind of stop by because I haven't seen you all in a while, and so I just wanted to say hello. So, hello. And so I've been just kind of busy trying to keep myself busy. Um, I think most of you have heard that me and Papa just kind of went through a little bit of a loss. For us, it was a big loss because for years and years and years, we have had four dogs, four dachshunds, two short haired ones and two long haired ones. And within the last 3 years, because they're all old, within the last 3 years, we've lost now all of them. One was 3 years ago, and then 3 months later we lost the second one. But then we still had Oliver and Zoe. They were a little bit younger, so we still had them for a couple more years. And then we lost Zoe the day after Christmas. And losing them one at a time like that it's not easy, but it was different than now. We just lost Oliver on the 13th. And so that was the last one. That was the last one. And losing Oliver was like different because then they were all gone. They were all gone. We didn't replace the ones lost. As we lost them, we had more, So, but my goodness, after losing Oliver, like the first whole day without Oliver, it was like so quiet. I said to Papa, I said, it's just so quiet. And not that Oliver made any noise, because the last couple of years that boy just wanted to sleep and eat. So, but then you realize how often, how much you talk to your pets. You talk to them constantly. I would constantly be talking to Oliver and, to all of my dogs, constantly talking to them. And so then once they're not here, then it really gets quiet because, yeah, I talk to Papa, but he don't listen. My dogs listen to me. Bless their heart. So we're going to miss them. We decided though that we're not going to get another dog. I'm 73, Papa's 78, and it's a lot of work to tend to dogs, and especially if you get a puppy and you got to do housebreaking and stuff. Even an older dog, an older rescue dog. It's a lot of work, and so we figured that we kind of are beyond that. Although I do feel like I want a pet, and so we're thinking maybe we'll get a kitten. A kitten, it takes a lot less work, I think. And I don't know. That's what we're thinking. The other day we have this one app on on my mail. It's next door, so you see it's called next door, and so a lot of people from in the neighborhood, they just post things. Well, if somebody was looking to home a little miniature, not miniature, but a dwarf goat, I said, Papa, wouldn't that be cool to have a little goat running around the yard? We could make the back porch into his goat house and stuff. And but then I found out they wanted $200 for it, and I thought, well, no, I'm not going to give them $200 for a goat. But anyway, that would have been fun to have to go. But I do think I do want to get a little kitten, just rescue cat, just something rescued, and then just need a litter box and some litter and some cat food, and of course it'll have to be neutered or spayed, whichever. But and I'd have to get my daughter to do that, to run it up to the vet to get that done and stuff. But other than that, it's not like I don't think you have to clip their toenails or nothing. Some people get their claws declawed, but I wouldn't do that. I don't think that's really nice. But anyway, that's our thoughts on that. But so I've been just sewing a lot, just doing a lot of sewing, and go out visit the chickens a couple times here and there, and so. But I've been making these like journal covers. I'm going to be having journal kits, and so I have like a cover, which these are, and they got like pockets. I put a pockets in there, and then they tie, and they're really made as just covers. So you can make 4 or 5 signatures and just bind your signatures and just put them in here, and then cinch them shut with the tie. And they don't need to be bound then to the actual cover. And I've got a couple that I've done that way that I don't think I have one right here. And no, I don't have it right here. But that makes, then you can just, when you do that way, then you just work on whatever signature, journaling in or whatever, and then you put the signature back, tie it shut, and it's done. I made that one, and I made this one here with this pretty little sewing lady on the front, and then there's pockets, and then they all have just a little ribbon tie. But I'm going to make kits. There's going to be kits that goes with them. This one here's got, I love my little hippie girls. And they're just fabric, so they're nothing. Now, a couple of them I've made. Yeah, this one's a little stiffer because I put some felt in between this layer and the outer layer. So that one's a little bit stiffer. Then this one is got some birds on the front, but they're all just made with scrap fabrics, just scraps of fabrics. And oh, this one I still have to put the pockets in. This one still needs its pockets and tie, and I don't know, I'll maybe still put something on the front of that one too. This one here is, they all turn out to be a little bit different. This one here, I took a piece of quilted fabric. You can buy it like already quilted. This I got that was sent to me, some quilted fabric. So I used that, and I put the crazy patch kind of covering on that. That one still needs its pockets, and it's maybe something on the front. And then I've also been working on my little, this was going to be a quilt, but it's not really going to be a quilt, because it won't be a quilt because I am not getting all the, to make a quilt out of it, I would have to have all my one side's the same, and like this one's about 1/8 of an inch different, and it won't even work that way. And so, like, I do applique on them, and so these are going to be mug rugs, and that's how I'm going to sell them, as mug rugs. And then I'm making a bunch of them with my nurse's fabric, and because my daughter wants some to give to her nursing friends. And so I've made a few with the nurses. And then this one here is, I just love my little gypsy ladies, or bohemian ladies. I think they're gorgeous. This one's another sewing lady. This one's a beehive. But I make, I'll make a few of these, and then I go to work on the journal covers. But there's another gypsy lady. I love the gypsy ladies. There's a gypsy lady. And so they're all different. Aren't they beautiful ladies, though? Check out them lips. Oh, they're so cute. And always on the fabric, you know. A lot of times when you buy the yardage, the image will be cut off on the edges. So I use those ones that are cut off on the edges, and I applique them on the edge so they look like they're kind of peeking in. There's that one. And this one. They're so cute. And these will make perfect little mug rugs. So I'm going to be making more of them. They're like a piece of fabric on the back, piece of fabric on the front, along with the applique, and then a flannel lining in them. So that's all of those that I have so far. My daughter took some of the nurse ones with her already. And so I got them. Then I've been making my see all of these hanging from my light. I got that light there. Then these are my, well, it looks kind of dark, doesn't it? But these are my hens. God, now I forgot what you call them again. And I wrote it right there, but I washed it off. They're what do you remember what they're called, Papa? Something about prosperity hens. I always forget that word, but those are prosperity hens. Some of them I still need to put the bell at the bottom because I got the bells to go at the bottom, but some of them I'm gonna replace this jingle bell and put the bell at the bottom because you're supposed to have a bell. And so I've been making them. And so yeah, I've been kind of staying busy. And but then I wanted to show you. Oh, did I show you the one? So when I'm making, okay, let me put you down here now, so you don't have to look at my face. Put you down here. When I get a lot of these made, I wind up with even more scraps because I cut off the edge, and then I end up with like just scraps, like little scraps. So I don't want to throw nothing away. And so then I take these are about 10 inches by 15, and then, you know, so when they're folded, they're nice size. And so sometimes I just take a piece of fabric. This piece of fabric, I think, is, well, it might be wide enough, but I'm not going to use that. You can use just the fabric, but I'm going to do this one. Now, see this one? How pretty this one is? Can you see? My lighting is not good. But this is really pretty. But what I do, now I'm going to use this piece of fabric that is the quilted. It's like the quilted fabric. So I'll move this way a little bit. Move my stuff. There we go. So, and I have this 10 by 15. And it's just quilted fabric. And so it's already got like a batting in there. And so then what I do is I start taking these pieces, the small little scraps. I mean, even the smallest little scraps. But when you get all these colors together, see, even these ones, how little that is? That's usable scrap for this here. So let me see, I'm going to put this square one in the corner here. So I just start covering these up. I'm going to put this square ones. Do I got another squarish one here? God, geez, these thumbs are almost unusable. I wonder if you can get thumb replacements. And so I just keep taking the pieces, the different colors. Well, I like bright colors. I just love bright colors. And see, it doesn't matter to what shape they are. Just put that right there. And if you the more that you, oh, what am I saying? The more that you overlay them, then just the thicker your more of a heavyweight your journal cover will be. I love that red and purple. That's so pretty. And so, and then I just keep covering it up, just until the whole thing is covered up with scraps. There's another corner piece I can put there in that corner. And just keep covering it until the whole thing, oh, that's like a square for the corner. Get in there. I love this fabric right here. It's so pretty. And polka dots, polka dots. I just love polka dots. I guess I just love fabric. If it's polka dots or not polka dots, it's just cover these things up. Let's see. Oh, what else would I want to dig out of here? These polka dots. Oh, here, look, see, little piece of flowers. Put that down there. See, that's just a little triangle. Let's put that over here. You know, see, I just lay that on top of this darker color, so it just pops that color out. And it's just all the little tiny scraps. This piece probably would have been big enough to still use on the crazy kind of quilting thing, but that's okay, it can live right there. These two pieces kind of stuck together. Well, we'll just leave them. We'll just leave them stuck together. They want to be together, we'll just leave them together. And then we just keep covering them up. Just keep going with yourself. Put that one right there. And this one right here. And put that gray one in there. Them three are stuck together. Well, we'll leave them stuck together. Here we need some more polka dots right there. And then, let's see, we've about got it covered up. See, when I cut these off the edges, I end up with some really strange scraps, but that's what we want. We just want strange. And it looks like that should pretty much take care covering that up there. And then I still have a whole bunch of more. Oh, look at that little piece right there. Just put that right there. And so then it's just all covered up. So pretty. Okay, let me stuff these right down here out the way. And then my pin cushion, there it is. Now I have this. This is 4-inch lace. And so I cut 3 strips, and I'm just going to lay that lace across. Just lay that lace. Now you might have lace Mine is just because I have this 4-inch lace. I think it's 4-inch, but I'm using that. If you have tulle, you can lay tulle across, or any other kind of lace. Like we like to buy lace curtains or lace tablecloths. You can buy them at the thrift shop pretty cheap. You take them and you can lay that over as well. Whatever, just anything that you can see through. If you have some, pretty what do they call that? Organza fabric you can see through. Now look at that. Once you put that lace on there, how pretty is that? That's pretty. I don't care who you are. That's pretty. And so then you just pin it. You just pin it, and that lace now is going to hold all the little pieces together while you sew it. And what I'll do when I start sewing it, I'm going to sew down the centers where these are overlapping. I would do that first. And but this, it makes for a very nice little journal cover. And if you're using, not just a journal cover, you could use, even if you're reading a book. I was talking to my friend the other day, and I was showing her what I was doing, and she says, you know what you could do? She said, on some of them, instead of putting a pocket down here, you could put a pocket on the sides, like this. And then if somebody's reading a book or you want a Bible cover or something, you could just slip the covers in and then have the and then you'd have a beautiful cover for your Bible or for the book that you're reading. And that's a real good idea too. So I think I am going to do that on some of them, is take that idea. I thank you, Miss Cordula gave me that idea. Cordula's always got a piece of fabric in her hands. She's constantly making something. And then when we chat together, it's like we come up with ideas. She'll come up with an idea and I can go off of her idea. I can come up with an idea, and then she can go off on my idea. And so see, then that's all I have to do. To better put a pin there because that little piece is going to escape. I see that little piece trying to escape. And so there, that is all pinned and ready to sew. So that will hold together. But see, now this is one that I did that same way, and I already sewn this one. I got this one all stitched up, and I always, or 99% of the time, I use the multicolored threads, because I have most everything I do is multicolored. And then I have these scissors that cut a scallop, and so I just cut along the whole edge, so it's a raw edge with the scallop. But cutting it with the scallop or the pinking shears, then it doesn't fray as much. And so it's still that shabby kind of look. But like on this one, I want to decorate this one up a little bit different. This was sent to me so pretty, a crocheted flower crocheted right into the button. And I thought, how pretty would that be, like even right there? And then maybe if I was to even do a little stem, with a little stem for the flower out of just green green embroidery floss. Here, maybe a couple leaves, and then this little flower. But I could use yo-yos or anything to make some embellishments on the journal covers. But what I'm doing though with these journal covers, I'm going to make up a kit. So I have sold the journal covers with a kit before, and I've had good reviews. People have told me they like them. And I like the way of having a cover that the pages are not attached to the cover. I really like that. Then, because if you get a journal that's too thick, you got all of these signatures in there and it's just way too thick, it's just really hard to work in it. But if you have it's something like this and you've got 4 or 5 signatures in it, but you take one signature out and work on that and then put it back in and tie it shut, then for me anyway, it's just easier, which I am always looking for the easy way out of anything. And so, paper plates, you don't have to wash the dishes. And so, but that's what I've been doing with that. And so I'm going to be still working on some more of these. And when I have my sale at the first or somewhere around that, then I'll have some of these ready to go. This one I did some of the chenille around. This one I put rickrack around. I love these little ladies. I think they're just gorgeous. So, yep, that's what I've been doing. And so that's how many I have in the process right now. And then I'm going to be working on this one. And, gosh, I burnt my arm on the iron. I bought an iron, one of those little, well, it's this. Because, like, when I'm doing my little, these little guys, then when I'm putting the backing on, I fold it over, and then I take this iron, and I get that ironed real good before I stitch it so that it'll be straight. So I had my iron, and I had it laying here. And then I went to reach for something over here and just laid my arm right on that iron. And oh my goodness, that's been about 4 days ago. Well, the skin just that hurt. But now I'll get one all ironed, and then I turn it off right away. And I have a little place over here where I put it where it'll lean, so I'm not going to burn myself again. But yeah, so that sometimes I have to learn things the hard way. But anyhow, that I'm not going to sew this right now on the video, but I just kind of wanted to show you just kind of how I do it. And but yeah, and so that will look like this. But see how you see all of those pieces of fabric, all those different colors, and how pretty that looks through the lace. I might even, because this here lace is a beading lace. A beading lace is any lace that has this row of holes through it. I might take some ribbon and just go all the way through on these, just in and out on any of those holes. I might do that too. That would be pretty. But I really love this. I think that is going to be very pretty on one of these. So, but this is what's keeping me sane right now. Is my stitching and my sewing and keeping things together, and me and Papa just hanging out doing nothing. And we do that well, and if we don't finish doing nothing today, we'll finish doing nothing tomorrow. There's always tomorrow to finish doing nothing. And so for right now, I'm going to what am I going to do right now? I don't know what I'm going to do, because I moved everything. Well, dang. Just a minute. Hang on, you guys. Hang on. Just a minute. I can't go without reading something. So I have to go ahead and do the. Darn it. I can't even pause that right now. Just a minute. Hang on. Um, well, don't hang on. Let me just tell you that. Wait a second. Yeah, hang. I'll just go right here and get a sing song here. Just a minute. I won't do a read. I'll do a sing song. Let me see. Let's see. I don't know here. Let's see what we have here. Oh. God, I've had this here written on here. I've had this written on this paper for 14 years because I wrote the words on there. When Jeffrey was born, he was in the NICU for a while, so we'd go to the NICU every day, and I wanted to sing. I always was singing to him. And I wrote the words to this song, and so I could sing to him while he was in NICU. Now he's 14 years old. So that's been a while. Okay, let's see what we have. Gosh, these things want to just stick together, don't they? Oh, here we go. Let the rest of the world go by. With someone like you, a pal so good and true, I'd like to leave it all behind and go and find some place that's known to God alone. Just a spot to call our own. We'll find perfect peace where joys never cease. Out there beneath the western sky, we'll build a sweet little nest somewhere in the west, and let the rest of the world go by. Casey would waltz with a strawberry blonde, and the band played on. He'd glide across the floor with the girl he adored, and the band played on. But his brain was so loaded, it nearly exploded. The poor girl would shake with alarm. He married the girl with the strawberry curl, and the band played on. Come away with me, Lucille, in my merry Oldsmobile. Down the road of life we'll fly, automobiling, you and I. To the church we'll swiftly steal, then our wedding bells will peal. You can go as far as you with me in my merry old mobile. Oh, I could just sing these all day long. In the shade of the old apple tree, where the love of your eyes I could see, when the voice that I heard, like the song of the bird, seemed to whisper sweet music to me. I could hear the dull buzz of the bee in the blossoms as you said to me. With a heart that is true, I'll be waiting for you in the shade of the old apple tree. Yeah, I just love these old songs. Well, we got to the last page here, so another page there. No, that's it. But oh, yeah, I won't sing no more. I won't sing no more to you. You, Susie, you are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. I don't like the rest of the song, so I'm just singing the rest. Okay, that's all. That's all you're singing. You're lucky. You're lucky. Okay, now, I ask God to watch over you every step you take, every move you make, and keep you safe and secure, happy, healthy, and humble, and well fed. That well fed is just very important. And I am glad to see you all. And thank you all for all of your prayers and good wishes. And thank you all for subscribing. Thank you all for everything you do. Because without you, life just wouldn't be the same. Okay? And y'all be good. And be careful. And yeah, all of that. Okay. God bless you all and keep you all. And I'll see you on the next video. God bless.